all in all, this is the second time that 75 Hard has really served as a springboard to help me get my life back on track.
Reach a little bit higher. Exhale, bring both hands down. And come right back up into
Here's a protein shake with 2 scoops. Protein shake.
I remember feeling like I would never be okay again. That life had crumbled so definitively that I could never recover and I could never feel hopeful and whole and complete. If I don't talk about and I don't let you see just how broken I was, you can never see or understand how God has restored and redeemed me and made me whole. That's what I hold on to. Almost tripped and died.
Morning. It's day 31, 75 Hard. Let's get the day going. I begin every day by reading my Bible, reading my 10 pages, journaling, and then spending a little bit of time in Duolingo. I don't know that I've shown this part of my routine yet, but I use Streaks, the app Streaks, to track, everything that I want to do in a day. So you can see I've maintained a streak on reading my Bible for 1,909 days. And now since I've restarted, I've maintained streaks for taking pictures, fasting, walking, reading my 10 pages. Back here, I've journaled for over 1,500 days. I've done Duolingo for over 1,600 days. I've got to take my vitamins, spend time, in meaningful prayer, things like that. So it's pretty critical to my success. Electrolytes. I did not forget today. No chafing for me. So today, going to be another low heart rate morning run. I really, really want to focus on training low heart rate. It's just, I've watched a lot of videos, I've read a lot of things about it, and elite athletes are really focusing on that zone 2 training and seeing great results. So I'm hoping that even though, I'd love to go out and just kind of really go for it, I'm hoping that by doing it smart and training in zone 2, it's ultimately going to make me faster, give me more endurance. We'll see. That's the goal today. It is still cold here in Texas, so dealing with this bipolar weather, I've got to plan accordingly. Got my Shocks open ear headphones. I really do love these things. The only thing about them is they don't get quite as loud as like AirPods or something like that. And I think it's primarily because they're open ear, right? It's just using bone conduction to deliver the sound. But they're plenty loud enough. You can hear everything just fine. But something like a noise isolating earphone, obviously, right? It's going to block out everything around you, and you're just going to have the music, and it doesn't work quite like that by design. Got my capacitive touch gloves. I think that's the way to describe them, but the ones that allow me to touch my screen. These things have been really great. Really, really like them a lot. And then this little light jacket that I wear, this is like a little Nike windbreaker. Man, I tell you what, this thing has just been killer. It's been so good. I really love it. If I could figure out how to put it on. But even though it's super light, it's a very, very, very thin material. Just that extra layer really seems to offer something. I got this at Academy. If I can find it on, if I can find the exact one on Amazon or something like that, I'll throw a link down below. If not, I'll throw a link for it from Academy, if I can find it on there. All right, and I got my little transmitter for my DJI Pocket 3, which is what I'm filming on right now. All right, so let's go stretch it out and get going. I never know if you can see me whenever I'm doing this. I guess I need to watch the video back and see if you can see anything at all. But if you can't see it, let me narrate for you. I'm warming up my hip flexors. Oh, I slept really well last night. I feel good today. I feel energized. Makes a world of difference. I don't normally, hardly ever, sleep really well. So whenever I get a really good night of sleep, it's a game changer. Have a rock in my shoe. That's like the most annoying feeling in the world. You know, this morning, after a good sleep like that and just feeling good, I'm reminded of how the Bible says His mercies are new every day. And there was a time in my life, it's been a couple times really, but there was a time in my life, not that many years ago, where I remember feeling like I would never be okay again. That life had crumbled so definitively that I could never recover and I could never feel hopeful and whole and complete. And then days like this come along where I wake up and I feel good. My body doesn't hurt. My mind's not at war. My family's healthy. I'm healthy. It gets better, y'all. It does get better. So if you're at a moment in your life where you're like I was, and you just feel like it's never gonna be fixed, you're never gonna be who you were before, everything's too broken or you're too broken, I promise, that's a lie. That is a lie. Straight from an enemy who wants to see you destroyed. There's hope. There are new mercies every day, every morning. It gets better. You know, it's funny too, because this is not what I ever thought my story would be. I always wanted to have that kind of story, right? Where guy grew up poor, went out and made something of himself and became successful. I thought that that was kind of the trajectory of the story, but most human stories have more hills and valleys than that. And I did all that. That was my story. But then I faced things that
broke me as a person. They made it hard. And I went to the lowest of lows. And, you know, at first I was embarrassed of like, I don't want people to know my brokenness. I don't want people to see the time that I've walked through the darkness. But then when you start to live for something bigger than yourself, like I do, and if you believe what I believe, and that says that God works all things together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose, you understand that every hill and valley in that journey is a part of your testimony. And your testimony is the evidence God uses to turn the world back to him. And so for me, if I don't talk about and I don't let you see just how broken I was, you can never see or understand how God has restored and redeemed me and made me whole. And that's what it's about. I am restored. I am redeemed. I'm no longer broken. I'm called. I'm purposed. My life has meaning. Every bad thing that the world has tried to throw at me, God can use as part of my testimony. That's what I hold on to. Almost tripped and died. See, if you don't believe the world's trying to knock you down around every corner, that was a perfect example. So for someone like me, where I've always just wanted to help people, it's part of the reason I became a cop. I genuinely just wanted to help people. Now I think about, what would my sphere of influence be if I just had that story where, yeah, I was poor, I went through some crap as a kid, I rose above that, and I went out and I became successful. That may impact some people. That may resonate with some people. And that was my story for a long time, and I made a difference, I made an impact. But now, like, my story is, I'm not just telling you there's hope in the darkness. I'm not just telling you there's hope if your life has crumbled, if you've screwed up, if the whole world is turned against you. I'm not just telling you. I've lived it. I've been there. My life is evidence that there's more than just words to that. What a privilege to carry this testimony now and hopefully be able to impact other people's lives who may be in the darkness. And so I'd ask you, what's your story? How are you going to impact other people? Because at the end of the day, that's it. That's all we've got, y'all. We've got each other and we've got the time that we're given. What are you going to do with your time? What are you going to do with your life? Your story is powerful. Every one of us has a different story that can speak into the heart of someone that needs it. My story may resonate with some people. Your story may resonate with others. What's your story? And if you're still in the darkness, it's time to start writing your story. If you're looking for a light, this is it. I do like that the sun is starting to come up towards the end of my workouts. I will be looking forward to the time change when I can get out and run and have the sunlight in my eyes first thing in the morning. It's kind of a double-edged sword. I like running when it's dark because people can't really see me. But at the same time, it just does a world of difference just to have that sunlight first thing in the morning. Sky looks beautiful when the sun's coming up. All right, there it is right there. First workout, 3.08 miles, 46 minutes, 457 calories, 556 total calories. Heart rate, I was in zone 3 quite a bit today. Yeah, about half and half. But I was at the low end of zone 3. You can see there's not a whole lot of variation there. Could have done a little better staying in there, but overall, workout felt good. All right, let's go get cleaned up and get to work. Okay, everyone, today is one of those days where I've been just head down working, and I wanted to make sure I took a second to provide an update. It is, about 12:15 at this point, and I just wanted to kind of let you know I've drank my first half gallon of water here and give you an idea of what the rest of the day is going to look like. So I need to go head down, finish working for the next 2 hours and 45 minutes, finish work right at 3 o'clock, and then I need to immediately get my second workout in, so that way I can get my second workout in, get a shower, get cleaned up, and then eat, because I've got to be at the church early again tonight. I was asked to host a Valentine's Day segment. It is Valentine's Day. My wife and I don't really celebrate it, so we're going to be at church together. But I was asked to host that, so I've got to get there early. So like I say, I'm going to go heads down and just get my work done. It's been a very busy but exciting time at work. So I will check in whenever I'm done working, and we'll jump straight into that second workout. All right, everyone, quick update. It is 3:30. Yes, I ended up working a little bit late. I know I said I got to be right on schedule, but I found out I don't actually have to be at the church until 6:30, so I do have a little bit of time. But without further ado, let's go get that second workout in. But first, clean. All right, got the floor all cleaned. While that dries, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on and do some treadmill time. That sounds fun to me. After this is over with, I'll probably do a little bit of yoga. Just to stretch it out. So. Now I really want to make a video on this whole setup, so if you want to build one yourself, you kind of know all the components that I have and the mistakes that I made along the way, because man, I spent some money on stuff that I didn't need to spend money on along the way. And the problem is I'm just at that point where it's the thing I'm having a hard time balancing through this whole journey, is actually making the time to edit. So I don't know. Hopefully soon. I'm telling you guys, man, that time goes by so fast on there, I don't even realize it whenever I'm playing games. Honestly, if I wasn't doing this series and it didn't make for such a boring video, that's where I would spend most of my time. So now, well, let's take a look at that real quick. I'll let you kind of see where we were. So 46 minutes right there. 384 active calories, 484 calories. I got into zone 2 pretty good there towards the end. If you can't tell, I am just a sweaty mess. So that was a good workout. Let's go ahead, it's 4:30 now. Let's go ahead and spend some time doing a little yoga. By the way, I am so sore from yesterday's workout. That was a good workout. Crazy. My heart rate's 150. All right, there it is, guys. I did about 15 minutes of yoga. Right there. See, my heart rate actually got really high. It's like no joke. So that's good. Good little stretch there. All right, I need to go get cleaned up, and I need to get some food in me. I've got about hour and 15 minutes before I have to leave for church. So let's go. Okay, it is, what time is it? 5:15, something like that. And I've been fasting for 21 hours and 40 minutes, so I'm going to end my fast. Here's my main course for dinner. It's a cup and a half of white rice, a salad with some ranch, and 8 ounces of lean ground beef. For those that don't know, if this is your first time watching me, I try to fast for 20 hours and then I eat 1 meal a day, so I'll eat some more after this. All right, here's course 2. If you've been following me, you know it's pretty much the same thing every day, y'all. But the only thing I change is the protein, being the meat that I eat. Here's a protein shake with 2 scoops. Protein shake is a protein shake. Protein shake with 2 scoops of whey protein. And this is a caramel rice cake with unsalted peanut butter. It's just smashed up peanuts, literally. And sugar-free dark chocolate chips. And they're not spaced evenly, and it's kind of, I need to hurry up and eat it so I can quit looking at it. Oh man, that's a good song. Gotta turn it down though, otherwise we're gonna get banned. All right, me and the boy are headed to the church. It's about 6:15, so we are right on schedule. I love this part of town because it's so rural, even though we're right in the middle of the city. All right, so one thing I did do is I brought myself a bottle. It's still got a little bit of water in it. And I've got my water jug here. So what I'm going to do is, so that I can be drinking on my water during the service, is I am going to open this bad boy up, and I am going to transport some of this into my bottle. Hopefully it doesn't end in disaster. Let's find out how I do. Oh Lord. Oh gosh. Oh Lord. I'm shaking. Boom! Only a couple little dribbles. And it makes my drink a really manly pink. Great.
Would you please help me welcome up our game host, Mr. Chris Guerra. Married couples, get ready because we're going to call some of y'all up here. We're going to play a fun game. Come on, Chris, you missed your cue. Come on.
I totally missed my cue. Oh my gosh. That came way quicker than I thought it was going to. All right. Well, hi, everybody. I made it up here. Who is more likely to cry? Wow. Just a whole bunch of stereotypes up here, y'all. All right. Who is likely to lose their keys? Oh, no. Oh, no keys in this house right here. Hey, I'm glad y'all made it here tonight. That's good. All right. Pastor Jim. All right. Who shops more? Really? Okay, what do you like to shop for? Oh, wow. So you shop more, but for your wife. Man, making us all look bad here, mister.
All right, everyone, I'm out of church. It is right at 9 o'clock. My little segment went okay. I ended up getting in some wind sprints unexpectedly because we had a miscommunication on when my cue was. And I ended up having to get up and just run
to the stage as fast as I possibly could. So it was funny. I'll see if I can get a clip of it and I'll put it in here. But yeah, it was fun. It went well. Wednesday night church is kind of that time where at our church they teach the Bible a little bit deeper on Wednesday nights. So it's more of like a Bible study as opposed to like a general sermon like on Sunday morning where you have a lot of visitors and stuff. And Wednesday night is kind of the core group of the church and people who really want to learn more and get deeper. So it's always good. It's refreshing to just get in the presence of God. Also, I get to see my friends, which my friends, they rejuvenate me. They feed my soul. They feed my spirit. My friends are incredibly important in my life. So Wednesday nights are good. Wednesday nights are good. Let's get home and we'll wrap it up for the day. All right, folks, it's almost 9:30. Let's wrap up for the day. Here's my final calorie count. 1,504 moved calories, 113 exercise minutes, 16,840 steps. There are my 3 exercises I did today. Let's go out to my Fitness Pal and I'll show you what the calories came in today. 1,400 calories, not as high as I would like to be. I didn't eat my protein ice cream today, which brings me to, I think I'm going to alter my plan a little bit because I want to make sure that when I'm taking in the protein that my body's able to absorb the protein and you know, there's studies and stuff that show that your body can only absorb so much protein within a certain time frame. So I don't know. I don't claim to be an expert on any of that, but I think I'm going to try to be more disciplined about monitoring when my fast is actually up. And as soon as my fast is up, even if I'm not planning to eat at that time, at least having my protein shake so that I have my protein shake and then I have my dinner and then I can have my protein ice cream and maybe I get a little bit more benefit out of the protein that I'm taking in. I don't know. We're going to see. But either way, not quite enough calories for today, but I'm not hungry or anything. So, you know, I'm all right. I started fasting at 5:49, so I can actually break my fast tomorrow around just around 2:00 tomorrow. So hopefully that'll be a pretty good plan. Break my fast earlier and get some protein in. Last but not least, let's go out and let's do the thing we're all waiting for. Completed my first workout, completed my second workout, took my picture before church, read my 10 pages this morning, just finished up my second half gallon of water, so I drank my gallon of water. I followed my diet to a T, and no cheat meals, and for me, no social media because I don't drink alcohol. Boom. Day 31 is complete. I mean, look, you know, like, with every day that passes by, I'm creeping closer and closer to that halfway mark. I've seen so many people on YouTube who quit 75 hard around the halfway mark because I think at that moment they're just like, man, you mean I'm only halfway there? I still have to do this, you know, a whole nother time. The good thing for me is I have, you know, what David Goggins refers to as the cookie jar, where I've done 75 hard before. So I know I can do it. And it's going really, really well so far this time. Honestly, the only thing that could possibly go better is if I can find a way to work in more time to edit my videos, and then if people actually find value in what I'm putting out, you know, if it gets views and it has the impact that I'm hoping it has. Other than that, as far as like everything it's doing for me physically and mentally and personally, 75 Hard's a great program, honestly. For all the, you know, there are things I don't like about it, which I described in my things I learned about 75 Hard video. But all in all, this is the second time that 75 Hard has really served as a springboard to help me get my life back on track. And I like it, and I'm thankful for that. So it's been a really good day. Day 31 wasn't too bad. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for sticking around. If you like what you're seeing, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. It does a whole lot for a really tiny YouTuber like me. And I hope I see you back here tomorrow for day 32 of 75 Hard.